Okay, I'm back, and this is a follow-up. I've replaced the transistor. I've got it wired up to the same 201 electronics lab, and by replacing it, you pop out the bottom right there, and when you take the bottom cardboard off, you have all your components pretty much plugged through the board and spring latched or whatever attached to the springs. That's the one I replaced. Just make sure your wiring's right. And that's it. Going through the board, flipping it back over to where it came through. Well, it actually came through the board on this side. Stuck the little wires out to the necessary springs and attached them where base. And I tested it on top before I decided which ones to put it on. Here we go for the first test. Fixed. Works like a charm. Ha 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 ha. Thank you for watching. And this is Project 200 Transistor Checker. If you Google the image, transistor checker, you might come up with a similar schematic if you don't have the electronics kit to be able to make it. I think the only thing that would probably make it kind of difficult to make would be you need to have the controller, and this thing right here. It's an output transformer. You know, it comes with a kit, but it may not come with the you may not have it in your little whatever tool bin. So if you got this kit and you want to keep it up and everything, and you haven't blown out anything like a circuit board like this, I mean, you could replace it too, but it would be a lot more complicated. The only other thing I've noticed on this kit that would keep the schematics or projects from working is my LED. I believe it's right here. It's a light emitting diode. There's others here, 6 of them, but there's one making 7 LEDs. And if you flip it over here, I don't know how well you can see it. Let me see if I can get the light different. LED right there. I've actually taken an LED I bought off eBay, and about 100 of them, and put it in the circuit. So when I'm using this, doing that project, this LED light, since that one's burnt out, I bought the kit used. Or you could use these LEDs, and instead of this, if you know that was burnt out. But if all your components are working, well, isn't that just cool? So you got resistors you could change, and you got all the readings of this is a 1K, there's several of those, and so on. You got bipolar capacitors, which don't matter which way you hook them up, and you got electrolytic capacitors, which have a polarity, a positive and negative. You don't want to hook those up wrong. And they're real quick discharge capacitors, and of course, the bigger the capacitor, the longer it takes to charge up. But if I'm not mistaken, they release the energy just as fast. But the charge up takes longer, so it would make your switching, if you had a circuit, switch slower, because it takes longer to charge up. So what they have for the switching on this, just real quick, is the little bipolar low capacitors, so they charge up very quickly and release. And by doing so, it's what you see in a lot of radios for driving the transistors for on and off to get a frequency, from my experience. And that's why you get this vibration, on off so fast that it makes that tune, makes the speaker vibrate. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope this helps for testing other components. I could build this circuit now if I had this transformer and a couple other components and actually put it in a project kit just for testing transistors. It'd be nice to have. Thank you.